All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Baker, and the Jags grab it. And the return will stop right around the 25. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles, so this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Here we go. Not a whip. You just warm up. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey,
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Reeves-Maybin showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
check, crunch, crunch. Zip it. Zip it. I got motion. Mike 50, Mike 50.
To throw, Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
You got three down. He's checking. Crash. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill. Go, go.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Xavier Rhodes with a pick. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check. Let's speed grip.
They'll try the left side. It's Baker. Call it an 8-yard pickup, but it'll be third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Set. 15-1. 15-1. Check 43. Pilot, 64. Weak. 15, Mike. 50. Hey, Foxtrot. 2.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but To go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
36. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
To Kenny Golladay. A gain of 27 on the play. And the Lions first down.
Ready, set.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Baker. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
Break. Mike 50. Mike 50. Tighten up. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check safety. Check safety.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stick. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. On 1st down, Baker. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fighting his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Greystone, travel. Ready?
Off play action, it's Stick. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rivers to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go now. 7 ending. Bring it. Bring it. Slow.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Exit. Mike 50. Delta. On the screen. Pass.
Throwing again. Rivers. And this will be incomplete.
Rivers pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rivers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Where to go with the football, that led to the sack.
20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now stick, complete. Smith has it. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up second down. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Stick looks to throw. Smith catches left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to go play action now with Stick. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the slant.
Stick to throw once more. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stick. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Tighten up, tighten up. Get him on. West.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And 12 at the 24-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Rush in. Hustle. Go. Motion.
From the gun, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big third down play there for the Jags. 62 yards. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rivers now. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keelan Cole, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
X3, 218, chop it.
Stick back to pass. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. 60 or. Mike 50. Trey Haywood.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On fourth down, here's Stick. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
To throw again. Rivers. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And just what? Yard here from the 49 to the 50.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and
9. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it third and 9. Rivers now from the 50. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
6-6, pull it high. SOS. Hey, watch it. Back, hit it.
Here's Stick looking to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough third and 18. This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You're not ready. Go. Hey, check Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing again. Rivers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 50. 50. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And the blitz does come. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
He had a good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Mike, 48, exit. Let's go, D. Don't be ready.
Stick from the gun, and that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking long for Westbrook. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Over. Zip it. Hey, 50, 56, pull it, half. Get in the record. Under 10, under 10, 10.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Keelan Cole, the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off right around the 43, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He's going to look deep down, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing, Rivers. He sets to fire deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, here we go.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
Let's bring it.
From just shy of midfield, Stick. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Myles Jack with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing wrong football.
Hey, Chopper, Chopper! 50, Mike's 50. Go, go, go. 50's the Mike.
Look, squeeze. Get it.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long.
Kick.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Baker, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Baker. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now Stick. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Myles Jack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Don't use the mouth. Don't use the mouth.
Hey, tighten down, tighten down. There you go.
Hey, short. Stinty.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to wind up in air. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
And the Lions first down.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mike 50. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On 2nd and 9. Stick. And he slings one that's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let him know. Mike's 50, Mike.
Stick looks to throw it again. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
Here we go.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
50.
From the 44, Stick. Flush to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Miles Jack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. A shotgun throw for Stick. Throw left side complete. That's Baker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, Stick. Flushed out right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie. Here I come. Now.
Off play action, it's Stick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Baker. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You draw forfeit. Hey, two. 44 is Mike. Check. You're out. Get ready. You gonna take. You got take. Say go.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Drop deep.
To throw again. Rivers. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rivers now. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Ronan. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Ready. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stick to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, Foxtrot.
Stick looks to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Baker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
You ready? Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready?
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
61, matchbox right. Go.
They'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of his end zone, Rivers. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Rivers from his own end zone on 3rd down. Looking long for Westbrook. He's got a man complete. The 30. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. And it was the Redskins that came away victorious there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken about the 12. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Play.
50, Max 50.
Hey, exit.
Rap. 50.
Stick from the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It got his man complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Watch out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alexander. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it